here in bottom lane. Closer's on the board, and Doublelift's the one getting the money.
Yeah, and even with the block on the W there, you know, I was thinking it was going to be potentially that W stun coming through from Closer, but it was blocked out by Vulcan. It just didn't matter. They're able to just all flash in, chase him down. Oh, it didn't actually quite get them.
Oh,
That sucks.
I think it hit them maybe during the last 0.25 seconds when the recall actually completes.
Yeah, exactly. You won't actually be interrupted during those final moments of the recall, even if you do get hit.
Yeah.
But that is brutal because, you know, Doublelift. Tenacity, all chats, a GG or a remake? It's like the scrim that gets the
second Drake of the game. They currently have a 1,500 gold lead, as well as that first Drake in their possession. They want to continue building towards Soul, make that one of those early win calls. Tenacity has come down. 100 Thieves are ready to contest this. Remember, Someday is able to TP, but it is not unleashed. He would have to teleport to one of the turrets and then try to make a move from there. Tenacity just gets caught.
Yeah, Tenacity comes down and then he goes down. Ends up just getting caught in transition. He even used his TP to mid lane, so there's no one actually to answer the top lane right now. Bjergsen is spellbooked over to a different summoner and now gets caged in. Getting a little bit awkward because they just need to buy time.
Ooh, Vulcan forced to flash away there, but Bucio's ready to chase him down, and Closer wants to kill. A Lux with no summoners away from the Herald. It's picked up. Someday grabs the eye. Vulcan fires out a laser for covering fire. Someday looks for an engage, but now he's going to be knocked back into the team. It doesn't matter. Bucio's about to die first. Someday right back in with the rest of his squad, chasing after Bucio, and he finds the first kill. Bjergsen stuck in the stasis, and now he's picked up next. 100 Thieves. But Doublelift wants to turn it around. Doublelift gets Vulcan, but what next? Tenacity picks up one as well, and it'll be 3 traded for 2, as 100 Thieves will not go quietly.
Massive turnaround there from Doublelift. Very nearly took down all of the EG members as they're funneling into the feathers there. Found a moment to really go aggressive. Inspired stopping him from being able to follow up and actually finish off his carries, you know, from avoiding getting those bounties. But at the very least, they do get that kill onto Inspired. We can watch this one more time. 2 items, 2 items. 2 items, 2 items, right? Like, okay. 2 items, 2 items. So it's like, sure, there is an advantage in gold on the other side, but it's not actually showcasing itself in any item completion. So I think this is about as good as it's going to get. Jojo, though, looking like he is very caught out.
This could be the catch that 100 Thieves need. They get it. Nicely done. Well read from 100 Thieves. Jojo's still trying to escape, but the Heartbreaker shuts him down. Closer's got it, and now EG are on the run. Someday and Inspired separated a bit from the rest of the squad, as Bjergsen's the target of K'Sante now. He and Closer backing away to the rest of the team. It's a 5v4 for the next 30 seconds, and the guy they took out is a critical piece for EG.
Man, that has been the Achilles heel of Jojo this split, is just getting caught in side lanes. You know, he's very far out there on the Veigar, doesn't have his team with him.
Power Trough that's been one of the champion's weak spots for as long as I can remember, right? You feel great in lane, you're a bully. Later on in the game, you're a crit machine, but it can be a little rough. Evil Geniuses scurrying around a little bit. Another beautiful Gragas ulti onto Jojo, and Doublelift rips him apart again and again and again. It is the Evil Geniuses mid laner being caught out 3 times in a row.
Yeah, Jojo punished again there. Nice sidestep from him on the charm from Bjergsen, but he's just a little bit too far forward. He's trying to fish with these cages, and it feels a little bit like he's just not fully comfortable on this champion. You're not necessarily understanding exactly how far he can be forward, how far back he has to be. Inspired, it's going to be up to him to try to look for
go. They throw that Sejuani ult over the wall, but they don't hit anybody with it. Tenacity, however, does lose a big chunk of HP. Bucio's still off to the side. There, now he's going to find Inspired. He's into the back. He's found the carries. Jojo's destroyed. And Bucio just hit money. Tenacity picks up the second, and 100 Thieves ain't done. He'll continue chasing Inspired. FBI and Someday back away as Bjergsen dashes over the wall for a charm. Now Someday's stuck on the front, and he has to retreat. He's not tanky enough. Yeah, they're too low for Baron, but they're plenty of HP to take that soul.
Yeah, it's going to be the Ocean Soul here, and EG going to be kicking themselves for not checking that brush. Inspired was going up there to try to find an angle for the ulti over onto Bjergsen.
Close enough in time, it looks like. He's gonna try. Tenacity's ulti doesn't find the mark that time. Flashes into the event horizon, but now they've got the Elder, and now they're gonna take the fight. Jojo wants to get away from Tenacity, but Doublelift is done with this game. Evil Geniuses lose 4. Doublelift gets a triple kill, and it's 100 Thieves on the victory mark.
10-1-5 for Doublelift, coming up huge for 100 Thieves here in Super Week when they need them most. Was massive yesterday on the Jinx. Again, having a huge game on the Xayah. It's the victory mark for 100 Thieves. They're going to move to 2-0 and 4 straight wins.
Huge for 100 Thieves, taking down EG. That is back-to-back comeback victories here in Super Week for this squad. Because of the 2-0, they have now guaranteed themselves, at minimum, a tiebreaker for the playoffs. 100 Thieves come to life right when they need to do it, and they take down Evil Genius.
It's a massive game for 100 Thieves, and I've got to say, really impressed by Tenacity as well. One of the real standouts for the team. Felt like his ultimates caught JoJo out so many times there in the mid game. Those 3 consecutive deaths for JoJo were really the turning point in this game, because prior to that, it was the first 2 dragons both going EG's way. It was EG in a spot where they were up a couple thousand gold. The fist bumps to the air always get me. They were up a couple thousand gold. And then, JoJo gets caught out in side lane, dies. They have to give up 3rd dragon. Then, over by mid lane, he actually gets caught out again, gets caught out again by the Baron as well. So it was those 3 straight back-to-back-to-back deaths. 2 of them at least off the back of ult from Tenacity. Really secured a massive advantage for 100 Thieves and started to swing the game heavily into their favor.
And I know it sounded like I was harping on JoJo a lot this game, but I just feel like...
Doublelift?
I think that when we started losing, we realized we weren't very good at really anything. Like, it's that pasta on Reddit where it's like, they just need to work on early game laning, vision, communication, team fighting, everything. But a lot of the things that we were actually improving at, it didn't really show on stage until everything clicked into place. So it just feels like, oh, we're like so much better all of a sudden. But we were making like marginal progress on so many things. And then the last couple weeks, I guess, the pressure was on, so we knew we had to like make it work, and we're actually playing on the same page finally after struggling to have some. We're basically struggling to make the same play together for like 3 months, and then finally.
Public, but talk to me about that feeling then and now.
Well, it would definitely be very sad and scary if we were to miss playoffs. But now that we got these 2 wins, are we locked or just locked for a tiebreaker?
For tiebreakers, but you guys are facing IMT tomorrow, so just to be able to get
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying IMT is what you guarantees you for playoffs. I ain't saying anything. You're putting that in my mouth.
Oh, my bad.
Well, it's definitely good because we're a scaling team, so being able to lock playoffs gives us way more practice, way more time to scale. So yeah, happy.
And getting a chance to have you guys on stage, I want to talk about your personal growth. Like from the beginning of the split, you can talk about growth being a duo, or your growth just coming into the split, of course, for you, Busio. What is something you found is your greatest growth, or even just something you've recognized from the beginning of the split until now?
Well, definitely at the start, it was like only range support spot and like range champs, just 4 range champs every single game. So then when I first swapped to some melee supports, I'm like not very aggressive, I'm not engaging, I don't have good comms, but as the meta's changed and I'm playing way more Recon and other melee supports, my entire just mental is more aggressive and looking for plays and kills. So I definitely feel more aware in the game and like I have more of an effect.
There it is. And Doublelift, how about you? Coming back into competitive play, a lot of rusted dust off, I'm assuming.
I feel very lucky to be able to play with Busio because he's a bit of a golden child. Like when people ask me like, oh, are there any like negatives or red flags? He actually has like no negatives. This guy, like, he tries really hard. He's very good. He's very receptive to feedback. So I'm super lucky to play with Alan. So I think we've grown a lot since the very beginning. And from where we started, where we were getting completely pissed on by every Korean bot lane in our boot camp. And then now, like, we are very, very different. Like, we're a lot better. We're a lot more calculated, and we're a lot more aggressive. So, yeah, I mean, that's our growth as a duo. And as a team, obviously, the results speak for themselves.
There it is. That's the results.
And we thought that we're going to decide which car is going to take which team to the playoffs. Those of you in Twitch chat, you can help vote who you think is most convincing. I'm going to be doing CLG, so type the team's tri-code when you're in here, spam chat. But for me, I got to pitch you on a little guy that's going to be taking CLG to the playoffs. I have to find it, though. My assistant is bringing it out as we speak. And let me tell you, this is just a very run-of-the-mill, reliable vehicle. I was looking things up earlier. A vehicle like this is the most common everyman vehicle in the United States. It's gonna get you where you want to go. It's not particularly luxurious, but it'll run you an average price. So I think that's just enough to get CLG into those playoffs. All right, Raz, what do you got to tell us?
Well, let me tell you something. Now, I'm not too fan of the car that you're trying to sell me on, but I'm telling you about the TL GRX 500. Now, we could bring this beast out here. It's an import. Now, as you can tell, it's in the name, 500 horsepower. Don't worry about the bumps and bruises. That thing right there works beautiful. Now, if you're a little bit too worried about them, you question yourself as a driver. Now, just don't take too steep of a turn, and also just be a little bit concerned about the brakes. You have to press the brakes a few times for it to actually work. But this thing has the potential to go far. So just be spamming TL if you have some belief and faith. And also, 500 also means we're hoping. We're praying to get over 500. So, all right, guys, I think that's you next, Emily.
Yeah, all right. Ignore those guys, because I have the best car for you. It is a safe and reliable station wagon. Unless you think this is boring, right? This thing is gonna take you, look, you just saw this car perform so well. You've got the classic, you know, like it's a little beat up, it's a little worn, but it has experience. And then you can take the kids, Tenacity and Bucio, pile them up in the station wagon all the way to playoffs, spam 100 in chat if you agree. Obviously, my car is the best. You guys all suck. Like, I win this.
What is this segment? This is disgusting. This corporate mechanical crap. We're supposed to be on Fairy Court themed day, and we're doing this segment. Give me something better. There, nature, mythology, beauty. The team I'm pitching you is TSM. They're Ents, all right? Just like in Lord of the Rings, you get on them, they're stable, they're reliable. It might take them a little bit to get going, but they're a scaling team, all right? Just hop on their shoulders, let them peruse you through the forest. You'll get a great look at nature. You know, they're at 7-9 right now. It's a rough looking road ahead, but once they start actually getting into combat, you saw what they did. They're incredible.
Does that run on diesel?
Monster's been growing for a while.
Yeah. I was gonna say, did you
He's been lost deep in the forest.
Maple the oldest one?
Yeah, I don't know, actually. Someone else photoshopped that, if I'm being honest.
Does that thing run on diesel?
No, it's disgusting. Industry is gross. We're going to go ahead and look at what the bunny predicted while we tabulate the results from Twitch chat. Go ahead and pull up the bunny prediction.
Oh, for DSM and Dignitas.
Oh.
Yeah, for the game
All
coming
right,
up.
all right. Bunny.
Better agree with me.
Let's go.
This
I'm
bunny's
at least
funny.
on theme for
This
today.
is
So
an
the bunny,
incredibly indecisive bunny.
it's so distracted.
Pick the
really
game.
cute, though.
Pick a ball!
Oh!
Oh!
The bunny is predicting the upset.
The hell with the environment.
I mean, there was a team that just subbed out a player.
The hell with the goddamn environment there.
All right, let's pull up the Twitch chat poll and see what
Come on.
they agree with the most.
Yes!
Okay.
Hunter, you went
A station
went
wagon.
first, and they
A
just won the
station
game.
wagon, come on.
I would-
It's a red station wagon. I'm telling you, the experience is taking the kids all the way to playoffs.
I'm
How
going
can
to
you not
sleep.
agree
The
with
only kids here is the barbecue dinner I'm having tonight. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go to the casters.
And honestly, I don't really love the trade when you're giving Herald. When you're getting Herald and you're just giving up like a 4 free turret on bot side. Also, shout out to Emily Rand who actually drew these. She painted these. I think they're watercolors, so maybe painted.
That's badass.
Probably painted. I said drew, but whatever. Either way, she did them. Really, really cool. Yeah, I found that out actually during the break after the first game, and I was like, I should have said something, but I didn't know. But now I do.
No, that's super cool. Hell yeah, Emily. Do we have we must have them for like every single team, right?
I feel like we should do some drawings for playoffs.
dude, there's people don't want to see. I don't know how
We
good
could
you
do
are
some,
at art.
some
I'm not.
mean MS Paint stick figures.
Okay, yeah, that's about as far as my
yeah.
talents go,
I
man.
can use the circle tool to make like a circle for the belly, you know?
Oh, yeah. You can draw the Torn has the flash to get out. The culling from Tomo providing covering fire as Armit leads the way. They're only going to get Hauntzer. That's not normally a very good target. Wild Turtle letting the arrows fly. I don't know what in the hell we're chasing Scion for, but Dignitas lose another man.
Yeah, Dignitas overcommitting there, and Jensen again just greeting out on the flashes, not actually being willing to flash. That seismic shove got him killed in mid lane. It gets him killed again here. Does flash late, but already he's been chunked down so low that he's into the passive, and TSM can finish him off. They can grab a dragon off of this. That is great for them. You know, everyone kind of piling in late for Dignitas, trying to bail him out, but not really able to get too much done there. TSM looking to be in a pretty good
Another
spot.
fight. Boogie's into the back line, and Turtle kills Tomo. Already both bot laners dead on the side of Dig, as Santorin wants to go after the enemy AD carry, but he won't be able to find anything. Maple and the rest of TSM can turn it all around, and Dignitas can't do anything but die as the TSM lead is crushing them. Jensen tries to deal with Boogie, but the Wukong comes back to life from the Guardian Angel. Maple's on a mission, and he finds the seismic shove. Jensen wants to get away, but it's not gonna happen. Ace TSM.
Another win for TSM. This playoff race is heating up, man. TSM gonna move to 8 wins here. A great game from Haunter in his return to the LCS.
I'm so good at this. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good, so good.
Never gonna happen.
Oh, yes, it does.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
it
All right. Well, Bunny
Okay.
agrees with all of us, except for Dad.
So the bunny agrees with Broxus. Well, I wanted to see the end
guess.
of the arm wrestling match. What happened to that?
I heard the producer told me that the audio wasn't rolling for that clip, so they
Yeah.
couldn't just run them just
Oh, no.
arm wrestling
Okay.
for a minute.
All right, time to
We
do
We
the
are
parent.
back.
It's gonna be a CL win for.
Well, how about this? How about this? Once the match starts, Summit might be the mountaintop, but he's about to meet big dogs.
Well, to be fair, I mean, I'm pretty sure Summit is gonna stomp Big Dog so hard that you're gonna suck in SOAS for the next game.
No! I know that you know Palafox. You met Palafaker. We're about to introduce you to Palafucker.
Well, you might be looking at the mid lane, but to be fair, when you look at jungle, we have an NA jungler versus a literal world champion, Korean in Pure Sig.
But how's he gonna match up against Crawluger?
I mean, you know, I'm not too
2v2 here fizzles out really quick.
I think that Summit really kind of goofed there. To me, it looked like the sweeper from Pyosik spotted Elise, and Summit tried to start walking down to meet the Elise, but the Elise was recalling, right? He didn't actually have to give it up there.
Oh! Palafox just smacks Harry upside the jaw. Solo kill in mid lane.
Yeah, crushes him down. That is a big kill. Because now this is where you start to lose a lot. When you have no TP, he's going to be able to push in. It's going to be that second plate falling for sure. So it's a kill and a half. Plus the XP and gold differential from losing all the minions. Palafox out to an incredible start. And scratch that. The Herald's going to get dropped, so it's going to be even more.
2 more plates, yeah. He's got that next plate already down to half HP, so the Herald Charge will finish it off as well as the next one. Looking for position here. Shock Blast hits Pyosik, chunks him pretty heavily. He's got to retreat back to the rest of the team now. Has to use the clone to make sure he doesn't end up in trouble there, passing by Luger and Boom. As you can see, pressure from Dope on the top side. Palafox getting caught out. That's exactly what TL needed. Palafox, what the hell?
Palafox was down by himself, trying to find that angle to poke, but he was down in the river for so long, never regrouped with his team. Gives over a freebie. You can see, just look at his body language. You can see the stress from Palafox
Frustrating,
after
man.
that one. He knows he made a huge mistake. That was an 800 gold shutdown plus Dragon. That should have been the bow on top. That should have been the game all but wrapped up for CLG. But CLG, I think, are going to go over to Baron. Are they actually going to try to start this up and threaten? Are they? I think they're maybe feeling pressured enough that they're saying this game is getting out of control. We got to do something. But they don't even sweep the pit. This is fully on vision here.
It's a YOLO.
So TL have the info here. This could be a game-deciding play. It's going down so fast, but can they escape?
They hear the Scion noise as Summit just charges into the river, and Team Liquid is able to force them back.
Okay.
CLG does not want to overcommit.
So they get Harry's TP, they get Sion's ultimate, but they lose their mid lane turret, and they are pushed back. And Yon now has 3 items, so this is where Zeri can really start to go crazy in a team fight with the Hurricane online there, with the Lulu behind him. This is getting terrifying for CLG. Who had
Players. And there, another big shock blast, half of Core JJ's HP. Palafox, with
Oh, they're
this
trying to
J,
fight.
is getting it done. And now Team Liquid's looking for the chance to maybe go in and keep themselves alive. Dokla starts going for the snip as Summit is too far far away from the rest of the squad, and he's gonna get killed first. Yawn and Core JJ still trying to kite and fight as Harry dives in, but he doesn't have a way to do it. Palafox goes on a rampage. Harry goes down, and CLG goes straight for the jugular. They'll find the first Nexus turret and take down Pioshik, almost looking for the second. Dopa and Palafox and Poom, they want this Wukong, and they got him. CLG eliminate Team Liquid from the playoffs and move up to 9-8.
A massive, massive win for CLG. So much off of the early game there from Contracts, who was incredible in the early minutes on the Elise. Created a huge advantage for Palafox. It looked like it was going to be smooth sailing, but there were definitely some bumps in the road as CLG had that game get a lot closer than I think they would have liked. After that pick on Palafox, Steel started to find some ways back into this game, but they were able to close it out cleanly. Eventually, once they got that soul, they take the Baron, and they're able to close it out on that very push.
The bottom side river told the story of the game. Palafox initially getting caught out before their first chance at Soul. That was when
be stepping up big, stepping on down into the grave. Cloud9 out with an inhib and a death onto the enemy jungler. See if Revenge can make something happen coming over from this riverside. Berserker's right in the back of line and low enough for a hit, a flash over the wall. So now Revenge is looking for another target, but Cloud9 makes him the target. A stun onto Balulu as he gets himself on out of there. Immortals trying to make the flank play, but can't get any dub from it.
Cloud9 keep breaking Immortals' ankles. They're baiting them in over and over again. Balulu thought he could find the kill. That gets Ken be dead. Revenge tries to find the TP kill. He drops. Now Balulu himself finished off Cloud9. It's the push that just won't end.
Again and again and again. A shock blast from downtown. Fudge with the hit, and there's only so many places that Immortals can go off of this. Cloud9 just taking a dragon for themselves as a prize for all.
It's easy, and you get $960 when you switch the whole family.
Wow, I gotta let my buddies know.
We're already here.
The network you want, the price you love, only from Verizon.
Of Golden Guardians, stunned in the back of the pit. Another pellet teleport getting ushered in by FlyQuest. A channeled up Q from Prince, but back they go, taking down Licorice. FlyQuest pushing Golden Guardians off of the Baron, who's down below 2,000 HP. Oh, River's still alive though. Is he gonna get back into the pit? He gets there. Right around the Baron they go. Not this time around. If Prince has anything to say about it, FlyQuest punishing the push with a Red Bull Baron in their pocket now.
FlyQuest says TY for leash. They grabbed that objective, punishing Golden Guardians. Overstep there was a really cute idea. I liked what Golden Guardians were looking for. Just did not work out. Gory on the flank could not assassinate Prince, forced himself low. And without him, it was too hard to stop Impact because he's so tanky. They had to pick between the Baron and Impact. Couldn't make a choice. And then Tristana with the Unleashed Teleport. He was pinging that the whole time, by the way, in the actual chat.